Hello, we're Legends on Paper, an eclectic group of longtime gamers with a passion for Dungeons & Dragons. We're not voice actors, professional gamers, or paid performers. We're regular people, just like you, except that we'll probably make complete fools of ourselves along the way as we attempt to have fun and entertain. If you enjoyed tonight's production, please follow us on Twitter and subscribe to our channels on Twitch and YouTube. And most importantly, don't forget to tell all your friends. Thank you for joining us on this epic journey as Legends on Paper presents the greatest adventure.
I snort. These days without you are a weight upon my heart that grows heavier with each passing day. Are you well? I know that we did not leave on the best of terms, but I've done the best I could for you, and I'll do the best moving forward. And yet, regardless of what we want, life continues. The elder at the enclave I'm staying with, Elder Maddock, has asked that I look after an aging dwarf day named Hildegard. She's an odd woman, blunt and harsh, yet oddly sweet. She reminds me of your great aunt more than anything. What's it all? Our other adventuring companion, Dicker, is a weird centaur. He's small, roguish. He thinks he's very sneaky, and he tends to horse around more than he should, but he's a damn fine skirmisher once he gets stone. So something odd happened on the night that our group came together. I'd already told you about the place between places and the odd prowling cats that live there. When we were about to rest and recover, a man named Rigby, a man who, we later found out, all the local druids claimed did not exist. He came to test Hildy with words and perhaps more that we didn't see, for gifting her a strange black ooze and vanishing into the trees. I'll have to remember to ask Hildy about that later. While we wait for the Enclave scholars to find more information on our hunt, the three of us set off west at Hildy's request to see a man about to turtle, and it turns out that a Hauflin man had stolen the goods of Hildy's companions, and to have these goods returned, we need to kill a monster out at sea. The man himself was not present, but his wife and children were. Harsh all around, but the youngest girl, Azalea, was the sweetest little sneak you've never seen. I hope you get to meet her one day. I'm not sure why we're doing this for companions who have crossed beyond, but this final request seems to be important to Hildy. I'll see it done, if only for the honor of fighting a worthy foe. And what a foe it will be. I hope I remember even a handful of what you told me about fights at sea, because we'll be fighting this large turtle on a rickety wooden boat out in open water, and I'm not much at sea. Well, may Luna guide your footsteps, and may your tear watch after mine. Always yours, Kiva Kleinbjorn.
Hello everyone, and welcome to tonight's episode of Legends on Paper. It's cold, a little bit rainy. The wind blowing stiffly, but not too strong, down from the north, as usual, bringing an icy chill to the Lough. As our heroes are towed by two Hauflin fishing boats out into the great body of water where the small township of Argyllshire sits. They're in search of a supposed giant turtle that has been causing havoc with the Hauflin fishing village, killing the fishermen as well as 3 temple knights, so it's said, and other heroes that have gone in search of whatever the creature is in an effort to earn the 1,000 gold piece reward that the township is offering. We'll see in tonight's adventure, perhaps, what our heroes uncover, if anything, what they find, and if they survive.
I'll slosh some chum overboard.
We look away from that.
Monster!
You know, if we do that while they're
Here, monster!
showing us, you might not give us your gold back, and I think we're broke now, unless we kill this turtle.
No, we cleaned ourselves out.
No.
Well, we'll definitely have to kill the monster then.
You feel the wind pick up and feel slowly gaining a little bit of momentum as you head out into the Lough. The Hauflin, there are a pair on each boat that are manning the sails and tiller and keeping you in really kind of a southerly direction, right out into the open waters. You hear them just kind of bantering back and forth, a little nervously. Kevar's, as you're now, maybe 50, 60 yards away, you just see him staring out at you.
Goodbye, dear!
May Sona guide you. May Sona guide you! Calls out.
I'm more for the moon myself, but thank you for the sentiment.
He just kind of stares blankly and then turns away.
I would like to cast Druidcraft again to get
Okay.
into the weather, just to make sure nothing has, let's say, changed.
Okay, which could certainly happen. Go and roll your d30.
That is a sexy, sexy Uno.
A 1, okay. Let's see what a 1 means today for the weather. Actually not bad.
Oh,
And you can already see that the cloud cover is slowly dissipating. It is quite cold, of course. The wind is just kind of steady, but it's more of a breeze, of course, than you don't feel any strong gusts coming over. And your Druidcraft tells you to get the sensation that throughout the entire day and into the night, it's pretty much going to be like this. The temperature's going to drop quite a bit at night, so it's going to be really, really cold. But right now it's the morning, and so you've got a full day of relative comfort, just temperature-wise, anyway.
Relay that to me.
I do.
Well, let's not be out here at night then.
Fine.
Nothing about this is comfortable.
Well, stop being such a baby.
It's like just wide-eyed and clenching the sides of the boat, rocking back and forth.
Yeah.
Boarding is kind of like
Well,
swimming.
we'll arm her hand crossbow. Get it ready while she's chumming.
Okay. So Kippers would have informed you that they were going to pull you out a good distance into the Lough, probably 2-3 hours of travel just to get out into the Lough in the general direction of where many of their fishing boats have disappeared over the past few weeks. And some were also in the vicinity of where the Temple Knights also, or Hildy's epiphany, must have sank to the bottom in their plate or chainmail armor.
You can fight at range, right?
He like awkwardly one-handed fumbles his bow off and gets it ready.
Right.
I'm better at close range, but I can use a bow.
I'm not really good at distance. Oh boy. We're gonna be fine. Gonna be fine.
Is there anything over the next few hours on while you're being pulled out into this Lough that you would like to do?
I'm a baby. I'd whine the whole time.
All right.
This is awful. I hate this. This was a bad idea. This whole voyage was a bad idea.
I'm going to slowly and incrementally come to my senses over what a bad idea this was until we get to where we're going, and then I'll realize it.
Okay, all right.
Okay.
I knew this was a bad idea from the start, but I've committed to this path. I'm gonna go kill this fucking turtle.
There we go.
All right, well,
And
love the enthusiasm.
profound.
Also, not looking like any sandbanks, like any rocks that might, like,
Roll a perception. You kind of gaze around the...
oh, that's
Bad.
not bad. Well, it could be worse. That's a 9.
Okay, so you can still see, of course, the shore that you left an hour or so ago. You can still see the nearby shores off to the east and the west. In the distance, of course, all you just see is just water and what appears to be like a haze or fog toward the deeper areas of the Lough. But nothing, no rocks are protruding other than the ones that are nearby the shore, and you'll see any sandbars or any high waves. Do you have any kind of a nautical background, boats, anything like that? Other than having been on a couple before?
Yes,
The
Kiva, do you?
closest I got is my fiance is a shipwright. So I've heard it all before, but there's a chance I might have just been nodding and smiling.
Well, roll a quick intelligence.
Oh, intelligence. Oh,
I walked
boy.
across a bridge.
Oh,
That's
yes, you
about-
did. That's true.
Oh, nope. I was nodding and smiling. That's a sexy 2 plus nothing.
Okay, just nodding and smiling, looking pretty for her fiance. Her husband.
Husband.
Okay. So,
It's complicated.
yes.
It's
So as they get you further and further out into the Lough over the next 2 or 3 hours, the chatter from the Hauflin seemed to die down. They are not speaking as much or calling back and forth to each other, whether it be barbs or jokes or, they seem to be almost competitive and pulling you out there and which one is manning their sails better and that sort of thing. But they become more quiet as the fog comes closer and closer, and they seem to be trying to circumvent it a little bit, but at the same time stay within the objective area that they're trying to get you to. Glancing back once in a while, you see them, just kind of touching their forehead or looking up to the sky, where the sun is now shining brightly as it's almost noon down on you, and you can see it just sparkling on the waves.
But the lake still has the mist.
But in the distance you can see it's just kind of misty. It's more of a fog, and again it's that cold that you're feeling, despite the illusion of it being such a bright, beautiful day, that you still have because of your proximity to the north and the glacier's not too far away. It is just still very, very cold. It probably, to give you some perspective, in the high 40s. Wind chill maybe getting it into the mid 40s, although there's not that much wind at this point, just enough to kind of keep the sails filled.
Oh, it's a good thing I got this coat.
it's a brisk spring day, It's
No, outside.
yeah,
Roll a constitution, just for shits and giggles. I just want to see it.
I feel bad now.
Good.
It's a 21.
Nice.
That was after I had already.
Yes. So you definitely feel a lot better.
At least you got it over the side. That's fine.
Yeah, just act as chum. It's fine. Thinking about this is fine.
When you're not far from the fog, maybe 50, 60 yards, you feel, you can see that there's kind of a change in the direction of the sails as the Hauflin kind of pull them in, and your boat kind of jerks as it moves to follow, and then almost in tandem, the Hauflin on the back near the tiller on both boats, they go to the back and they just cut the rope. We're going to leave you here. We'll be back. We'll be in sight. Back toward the north. If you need anything, just give us a shout.
We'd rather not spend the night here, dear.
Gotcha. Just give us a quick shout. Throw up, throw your hands around or whatever to give us, let us know you need us to come pick you up.
We're going to die.
They didn't mention the fog.
Turtle.
They didn't mention the fog. I feel like this makes it a little bit harder.
Gonna reach down and splash the water a little bit with the.
Okay. You see their sails just kind of shift, very, very suddenly, and poof, they're starting to move back toward the north.
Oh no, we don't like that.
Now you guys have oars on this thing. It's a large canoe, basically, rowboat. It's got 2 sets of oars that you can power it with. It only goes just in relative speed on the water to your movement. We're going to say it moves about 20 feet per round. just as a regular movement, if you have somebody rowing it. If you're not rowing it, then it's just going to drift, and it's just going to bob, in the waves. So it's up to you if you want to move it in any way. But right now, you're just kind of drifting further toward the fog.
I think the fishing boats would probably be drifting. I'm not going to row.
Okay.
Hildy's just going to lash the chum. Do any fish come up for the chum? Anything?
Roll perception. Okay, so you're seeing a lot of like small silver mackerel or something, some smaller fish, maybe 8-10 inches long, that are coming in groups. Not quite sure how big the group is. This is very, very dark water. You're not seeing below the surface very far at all, but you can see the flash of their scales as they come up and grab at the top portions near the surface of the water of the chum that you're throwing in before they disappear.
Are there any lines or hooks in this fishing boat?
No, it's been completely cleared out for
I'll
you.
try and grab a fish.
You're gonna try and grab one?
Yeah.
Okay, all right, make a athletics or acrobatics, whatever you're better at.
That would be acrobatics. I missed that fish with my 11.
Not surprising. With 11? Okay. All right, so you guys watch as she plunges her arm into the water and comes out with nothing. It is cold.
What's your plan, Hildegard?
Well, I'm starting to get a little hungry. And there's fish in there, and I like to eat fish. Fish are very filling. So I thought, nope, I missed that one too. But I thought if I could grab a fish, we could have lunch.
Usually just use for berries for that.
She didn't give us any berries today. I think she's mad that we're in the boat.
I did actually give you guys berry this morning.
That was earlier.
It was a long, long time ago. It feels like almost like it's been a week this morning.
It has been 4 hours that you've been on the water for sure. So
Whining for 4 hours. I'm kind of glad that you've managed to settle down.
I'm not trying to. Just,
I'm sure you are.
this is a rather dire situation.
That's a very slow fish. I'm gonna grab him. No,
Are you diabetic?
I don't know
I'm still full from the
I
berry.
don't know what that means, dear. I'm in a fantasy world. That doesn't exist.
I got 10 of these berries.
Sylvan word.
What with the 7 now. But have another berry.
Thank you.
Flash, flash.
Turtle! Turtle!
I would just want to say I would rather fight it in here as opposed to in the fog, because at least here we have a.
Oh, I think we're drifting into the fog now.
Oh, of course we
you're
are.
getting pretty close. You're about 20 yards away at this point. I need all of you roll with perception.
Not one.
16.
Nat 20.
Nat 20. Holy crap! Wow.
I sucked all the bad luck
that's-
from you.
We were looking at the fish.
Yeah, I guess so. I got a little bit distracted there.
I'm looking at the floor of the boat.
From somewhere in the fog,
On a boat before.
you hear this forlorn sound, like a song.
Farewell and adieu, ye fairies and ladies. Farewell and adieu to your ladies of years. Blue seas are a-calling, my true love awaits me. Below salty waves in my lover's embrace.
Oh, it's a mermaid! I love mermaids!
Do we have to kill it? Does the turtle sing?
No, it's going to seduce us!
I know you're excited for that, but I do like having something that isn't a good berry sometimes.
I need to a barrel so I don't jump overboard.
With that nat 20, your head just kind of swivels at the sound, and you can't quite see in the fog, but you know it's out there, and it's maybe 30, 40 yards into the fog if you chose to go look for the source of it. Normally in the fog it's very hard to determine direction of sound, but nat 20 has got you like drilled on to where you think it's coming from. And you also hear kind of a slap of water against some solid object, like a rock or the hull of a boat, or something in that fog near the source of the sound.
Reach over and try to paddle the boat, but with her roll, she's paddling in the wrong direction.
Okay.
Which way's the wrong direction?
Okay, do we want to go into the fog and probably find the singing turtle that Hildy wants to fuck?
Oh, it's a singing turtle?
I don't know why, but I think a singing turtle's worse than what I was expecting.
I don't think we can kill a turtle that sings.
No.
All right, you don't have to.
What if we make it a pet?
Then we're broke.
We could name it Turtle.
Creative.
That way it would know who we were talking to.
That's a fair point.
Roll athletics.
Or
Row in the boat.
sure, if you don't have to roll out to that. You can just kind of, if you're going to row the boat, you can just steer it off in that direction, or whatever direction you want to go in.
Can I roll a knowledge to see if I know if sirens have male counterparts?
Sure, considering you're from Gades, yeah.
12 plus, is that nature?
It would really be more history. Yeah.
13 then.
13. Of course, you're very familiar with nymphs. The queen of Gades is, of course, a nymph, and her entire court are nymphs. There are lots of nymphs on the Isle of Gades and thereabouts. Similar type folk that live in the water. You have never seen a male outside of perhaps heard stories about merfolk. And
How do I feel about merfolk?
pretty neutral. I mean, you've never had a bad experience with merfolk, but you have heard, of course, that
People don't do it for you.
you would have heard that there are stories of merfolk
We never met a seer.
that take down sailor ships.
Oh, but I want to.
Let's just be cautious.
Right.
We're coming, Turtle!
There's no doubt that the source of the sound, if it has a capacity to hear, knows that you guys are there. That's just pretty much a given. And as you guys kind of move forward into the fog, you see what appears to be the faint outline of a small rowboat. And in that rowboat, a figure is, it's hard to tell, but still given your high perception roll, seems to be looking in your direction, and as you get a little bit closer, it appears to resolve a little bit more clearer. And why don't you describe your character?
So what you see is a man about 6 feet tall, brown hair, long, scraggly shoulder length, a little bit matted, a scraggly beard as well. For the cold weather, poorly dressed. He's mostly bare-chested. He has a little leather and fur vest on, and furs around his waist, and around his neck is a woven necklace with a small, dull red gem in the center.
That's not a mermaid.
It could be a mermaid.
Like, what you doing out here, huh?
Looking for a turtle.
Well, then we're here for the same reason.
Got any bait?
We got a horse. Or centaur. Yes, we have chum. We're chumming the water as we go.
What was that supposed to mean?
Nothing.
And you see him periodically stabbing at the water, splash with his javelin. Just
Are you a mermaid?
Are you trying to spear a fish, or are you just trying to make noise, or?
noise at the moment.
Okay.
See your fish, going for it.
Okay, yeah, you can roll it'd be more of a 2-hit, so you can roll a 2-hit. As many times as you want to.
Well, first one is a.
He's as good as Hildy.
Now, do you have any particular nautical background, pirate background, fisherman?
Mostly Outlander.
Okay.
With dealing with Argyllshire.
Right.
Been on a boat a couple times.
Right.
Oh my god,
Okay.
background.
All right. So, yeah, not good enough to spear one of the silver-scaled fish that comes zipping by.
Oh, pace.
But you're not chumming, right? You don't have chum.
No.
You have to grab them like this. Well, not like this, because I didn't get one. But that's how you do it.
I'm gonna try that hand. I didn't get it.
Just full of water.
Before we move on from the bit, I would like to try once as well.
Okay, you go right ahead.
I'm not going to say anything about
Gonna
it.
turn it
See what you started?
What do I use? Can I use athletics?
Yeah, either one, athletics or acrobatics.
That'd be an 18.
18, you're close. You're really close. Get one in your hand that just kind of slips right out.
I would try,
Some things
but
are slippery.
I'm only bait apparently.
And tied to a barrel.
And you're very, very cold.
Have a jacket on now.
And I'm very proud of you.
So just for
Sorry, it's been a long boat ride.
How did you get out here?
And he sits down at the end of the rowboat, starts paddling towards him.
okay.
Like this.
Oh, that looks very tiring.
Are you guys rowing to meet each other, essentially?
Yeah, I'm
Okay.
rowing
You guys can move, and if it's still under power from Kiva, then yeah, you guys can just meet up there. And you see that then now you can see clearly. There's this old lady that has a slight green glow about her, and you would know her most certainly as a Tuatha. You know the Tuatha have this glow. You would assume so. You've probably never seen one this old-looking, ancient-looking. To be fair. And then, of course, you see Kiva, who clearly appears to be a druid in the manner in which she is dressed. And then, of course, the centaur with the barrel tied to him. And as a matter of just to specifically define what that means, where is the barrel tied to you?
I guess I have it like 2 feet slack. It's gonna act as a buoy if I fall overboard.
Okay, all right. So it's not actually strapped to your
No,
body
it's
somewhere.
like 2 feet
Okay.
rope and then wrapped around.
Okay, so you're tethered.
Right
to
now
it,
I'm
basically.
leaning on it just like the.
Gotcha. Okay. Yep. So the intent there is if you go over the buoyance of the barrel will keep you give you a lifeline. All right. Sure. Okay. So as you guys meet, what do you do?
Are we going to work together, or do you feel like working at cross purposes?
He kind of grunts.
Do you feel like you can kill a turtle all by yourself?
We have soup.
Hold out a ladle full of chum.
He's gonna
Throw it in the water. Oh,
Turtle! Turtle!
Larry? Boss.
splash, splash, splash.
Your fault.
thank you.
You can't shapeshift into a turtle, can you?
If I was, I'd be under the water right now trying to get it myself.
Right, that's where I was going with that.
I can't shapeshift into a turtle either.
I'd rather try and be a shark if I could, but yeah, if I could be underwater, I'd be underwater right now.
I can help you be underwater, Kiva.
I would like to also breathe underwater.
Oh, I can't do that.
And this whole interaction, I'm staring at Hildy.
Okay.
It's very common.
In spirit, he's very bored.
It's probably India.
I don't blame him.
Yeah, either.
You notice something peculiar about him as well. But
Other than being scraggly?
yes, but I'll disclose that to you later.
All right.
So there's kind of a meeting, it's kind of a, not a staring contest, but kind of a meeting of gazes of some recognition, not so much personally that they know each other, but they see something within each other that's obvious.
Is it poignant?
I wouldn't go that far.
All right.
Well, introductions anyway. I'm Kiva.
Here.
Why do you give him your real names? He might be a pirate.
Name's Howell.
He's a pirate. Giving him our real names isn't going to affect anything.
Well, what if he sells you and your family?
Hildy.
I'm Hildy. Oh, damn it.
Hildy. Diva.
Thank you.
Dicky.
Are you a pirate? He's not a pirate or a mermaid. I don't know what
does
he's
look a bit
doing
rough,
out
though.
here.
You're looking for the turtle?
Or looking for the turtle.
I think it's a little further out.
Lovely.
What are you doing here?
Trying to kill the turtle.
Kiva, lean on your side of the boat for a second.
Hilda's gonna put her face in the water and yell, "Turtle!"
Okay. All right.
I think that's going to be very helpful.
Ooh, it's very cold water.
A bit bracing, but you know, this.
I didn't catch a fish that way either.
I don't want to swim in water like this. It's not too bad.
Still fairly calm, and the misty fog is starting to slowly dissipate with the afternoon sun coming on. But you still, in where you are now, you can't even see the Hauflin fishing boats at this point. You're hoping that you will soon, but as the fog continues to seemingly disperse.
Well, that's not good.
That's why I didn't want to go in, but we're in, and it looks like we're fighting goddamn turtle in the fog.
Oh. I'm gonna cast Speak with Animals.
Okay.
I'm gonna talk to one of the fish if I can.
Right. So,
I just thought about that.
as you cast Speak with Animals,
Is that a fish?
I don't know.
All right.
About to find out.
yeah, is there an intelligence? Is there an intelligence minimum for that?
I think most animals have the same intelligence, so I doubt it, but I can look it up.
Maybe be more of a max of that anyway.
And what is your range on that? This is all going through your head right now. You're preparing to cast this spell.
Full lad.
It just says beasts, so I don't know if they're considered that, but it doesn't actually list a range.
Okay, I
Oh,
would
the
imagine
range itself. So I guess I cast it myself. So I guess if I can
communicate
yell.
normally. Okay.
if I can speak to them, they'll hear me.
Okay.
So
All right. And is there an intelligence minimum?
nope. Just says the knowledge and awareness of any beast is limited by their intelligence, but at minimum, beasts can give you information about nearby locations and monsters.
Okay. And you have to be able to see it.
I have to be able to see them.
Yeah,
And they
okay.
assumedly have to be able to hear.
All right. So right now you're looking at the top of the water.
Yep.
As Hildy stopped chumming a little while ago when
Yeah.
you met with.
and surfing.
Yes.
I'll just take a handful of it and sprinkle in the water.
And how long does it last?
10 minutes.
Okay. All right. So you're going to throw some chum in the water?
Yeah, just something like that, a handful.
Okay. Okay. Sure.
Just see if something comes up.
All right. And yeah, a silver-scaled fish comes zipping up, and you have a moment of its attention.
Greetings. Seen a turtle around here.
So the way that what you guys are seeing is, well, Dickier's just kind of staring into the water, and oddly, a fish has paused,
Yeah.
still under the water, but just under the surface, and just kind of floating, looking up curiously with one of its eyes at Dick here. And there's no real sound going back and forth, but it seems like something's happening between them. You're not getting words. You're getting more images and feelings and sensations. You see the fish kind of jerk its tail in a certain way and kind of flutter its fins. You see it moving its eyes, and all these are kind of like cues that are also connected to the images that you're receiving and the feelings. And when you ask it that, you immediately sense fear from the creature, as if whatever the intent of you're asking specifically.
triggering it.
Yeah, you're specifically asking it about a turtle.
Yeah.
Okay.
Large turtle.
Yeah. So you're immediately receiving a sensation of fear.
Which way?
Confusion. Seems uncertain.
Anyone have anything else? Any ideas? Well, you guys can't hear the whole conversation.
Does he do this a lot?
No,
I move my hand like where? And I'm like pointing in different directions, seeing if it has a reaction for a way I'm pointing.
Oh, he's talking to the fish.
The and from the horizontally moving your fingers and hands around, no. But the impression you get is down.
Down. saying.
Now you're not getting an image of a turtle or anything. You're not getting a specific image of a creature at all. You're just getting the sensation of danger.
Danger and fear. I'm going to assume that's a turtle. You're scared of something down below. It's much deeper.
You do weird mind stuff.
I throw in some more chunk.
Can you like
A few more come up.
stare down at the water?
It's more
and,
like a thank you.
shoot straight down and tell it to get its ass up here.
Now it's still hovering there. You know, paying attention to you. Seems curious. You know that you're able to communicate with it somehow. And did you want to ask it something else at the moment?
I asked it if it knew where the turtle was. It says it's afraid of, well, it communicated it's afraid of something straight down in the depths. Anybody have any other questions you think might be good to ask it? It is a fish, so it's a duck. I mean, you know.
I have these bottles that I carry around. One of them I filled with blood. That was a different story altogether. But I'm going to fill one of these bottles with this fish blood from our chum bucket. And now, if I put it in the water, it'll sink. Because it's full of water, and it'll sink straight down, and the blood will trail up and lead the giant turtle straight to us.
You watch it.
I would just like to say I cannot really speak for animals. I'm not really good at that one.
This was probably a bad idea.
Anything that a druid does, besides
I should not have done that.
I can make blueberries.
Very good.
They are very good
only had
berries,
one.
too.
I had 3 today.
Yep, she has quite an appetite for her age.
You feel a sudden sensation of fear. I mean, like shock and fear. And you watch and you hear initially as you're communicating with them, you get the sensation, it's sudden. It wasn't just kind of like the illusory feeling you were getting earlier, but this is like sudden and shocking coming from the creature. And then you hear the flap of a tail, there's water splashing up against the boat. And hell, you feel a bump against your small rowboat. Get ready. It's not enough to cause you to fall over. It's just kind of like just this tentative bump.
Immediately, hold javelin at the ready, looking over the side, see if I can see anything.
Okay.
Got roll for a bow out.
Roll for perception.
This was a bad idea.
I've been saying that before we left.
Oh, that's a 4.
4. Okay. Yeah, so you don't immediately see anything in the water. The rest of you can roll. You guys obviously see his boat kind of shift and it bumps into your larger boat. You can feel the sensation.
That was almost very bad.
What are you guys doing?
Does that 23 help her?
It might. Is that your perception roll?
Yes.
Okay, yeah.
Does my tasty 22 also help?
Yes, it does. So as he's looking over the side,
it's
in
not-
one direction, exactly. The source of that bump, or what you expect the source of that bump, is moving around the side. It's fin coming up out of the water as you recognize it as what appears to be the dorsal fin of a very, very large shark.
That's not a total.
Lily did say she had her little hand crossbow. She'll shoot it.
Okay, all right.
She misses badly.
Okay.
So badly.
So whoop, into the water,
Might even
and
go.
it moves around 30 feet.
I have something that I would like to do.
Okay.
I have
About that.
I have one spell prepared.
Okay.
That I think might be useful. I would like to look at this shark and cast the only communication spell I have, Animal Friendship.
All right.
What if it's not a shark? What if it's just like a halfling with a pin on his head going?
Now, there's
I
a
can't really talk
thing.
to animals. I can't tell them what to do.
So make it like a sense.
Okay, but it needs to. It gets a save against that, correct?
If it, we must see and hear you, it must be, the intelligence must be, if the beast's intelligence 4 or higher, the spell fails, must make a wisdom saving throw.
If its intelligence is what?
If the intelligence is 4 or higher, the spell fails.
Okay. 4 or higher. Okay. Otherwise, it has to make a save.
Otherwise, it has to make a wisdom save.
Okay, against.
My spell save DC is 13.
I'm
Okay.
more intelligent than a 14 is.
So,
What to be, then?
it seems unaffected.
Good try. All right.
Gentlemen, step into the water.
All right. So these are. I'm going to consider these kind of readied actions as there's not. It's not really. We're not in initiative at this point.
Yeah.
Go ahead and make your attack against it. At disadvantage.
Oh,
Well, I mean, it was a disadvantage.
Yeah.
I mean,
that was a,
so I mean, if the first roll was
the
terrible.
lowest one was a 9.
Okay.
That was a roll to critically fail.
Here, what are you doing?
Trying to kill the thing.
You have to put the pointy end in it.
But clearly I tried to.
I'm not wasting any arrows on this. This isn't a turtle.
I'm not sure that it's actually a turtle.
But maybe it will be bait for the turtle. Maybe it doesn't like chum.
Who told us it was a turtle again? The halfling that robbed you?
Yeah, it's a giant turtle that eats people. Not real people, Hauflin.
And no one's actually seen the turtle. They're just assuming it's
Well,
a
they
turtle.
did, but they got eaten.
But how would they have reported that?
Because they got eaten by it.
Okay. Clearly I'm the one not making sense of it.
I mean, that's just kind of assumed, right? Okay.
You want some rolls, some dice?
So, at this point, let's go ahead into initiative to see how this thing reacts.
I go last.
I'm in a boat. I think I'm safe.
Oh man, no.
Why in the boat? I hope you stay in the boat because I'm not sure how
Why would you even say
maneuverable
that?
you are compared to a thin creature.
Why would you even say that?
Because you made a song about a boat, and I figured, that your song about being in a boat, I thought was a nice segue.
Anybody roll over 20? Nope. Anybody roll over 15?
I got 15 on the dot.
Okay, so, all right. Anybody roll over 10?
14, 13.
Okay. Over 5.
8.
Wow, you did roll bad, Kiva.
Oh, I got a natural one.
And that one, okay.
Roll 2, not 1.
Well, you don't have to roll a d30 on
Does that mean you
that.
fall in?
If we're just doing straight numbers, then I got a 2.
Oh, okay.
A sexy 2.
All right. Well, one will put you last. All right, well, sadly, none of you beat the initiative of the shark. And it immediately moves forward and bumps the larger ship, your larger boat, coming around to the other, yes, exactly. To the back, toward the back, exactly. Bumps it, and then it moves under the water and disappears. Now,
Lovely.
I need everyone on that boat to roll a dexterity save, as the boat, it shifts quite violently.
When it went under the boat, were we able to see the size of it in the water?
I'll let you roll a perception because your passive didn't pick up on that.
Gotcha.
So all of you can roll perception on
Do I
that.
have the advantage because I could see the boat moving?
For what, perception
No,
or
for the
dexterity? No.
didn't think so.
It's just, it was above water and it, boom, hits you as it goes under.
Can I have an advantage because you feel bad?
It's not a heavy DC. I mean, it was struck harder than the smaller boat, but it's not
Roll
a
good.
crazy high DC.
Oh, good.
How does a 10 feel?
A 10, you feel unstable, but you're fine.
What's a 1 feel?
Did you roll a nat 1?
I did.
Hildy?
18 dex and then 22 on that perception.
Okay. All right. And on
Dex is my good.
no perception for Dick here. Okay? Because something's happening with you. But for the other two, Howell and Kiva, did you roll perception?
I rolled a 12.
A 12? Okay.
I got to 19.
19. And I'll give you advantage on that perception, Howell, because you're not really affected.
Good. Well,
You weren't bumped?
let's not talk about it.
Okay.
feel like I should get a better
Okay, stick with the 12.
I feel like I should get a better perception check because I'm probably underwater with it right now.
You were singing that song about the boat, being on a boat. I thought that it would be a good joke. Oh, the boat!
This gets cut off abruptly. It's like, I'm on a boat.
So, the two of you that have a pretty good view of this thing just before it goes under the boat, as it hits the boat, goes under it, you have a pretty good estimation based on the shadow below the dark waters. That is probably about 30 feet long.
It's a big one.
Yeah. Now,
Big fish.
you don't know quite how big this thing is. All you know is that the entire rowboat, this larger rowboat, just got shifted violently, and you shifted with it against the side of it, and then flipped right over. Now you're in the water, and just kind of struggling and splashing in the water with the rope. No, the barrel's not in the water. The barrel's still in the boat,
It's a tether.
But I'm tied to it.
but you're tied to it. Now, did you say it was like a 10-foot?
I gave it like 2-3 feet of slack.
Okay, so we'll say 5. We'll say 1 square.
It's like a buoy I can pull myself
Yeah,
into.
but it's a big barrel, as you can see, and so it's not. It didn't go over with you, but you're kind of struggling in the water at this point, and Dykir, you're up in the initiative order.
I'm panicking. I'm freaking out. Pull me up! Just like trying to climb up to the
That's
side of the
not a
boat.
good idea.
You're gonna try and climb up. Roll acrobatics or athletics.
Nope.
Oh,
Acrobatics would be 8.
8. Okay, so yes, you're still struggling in the water. You're right at the edge of the boat, but you're still just kind of struggling and wading ferociously in the water.
I'm doggy paddling the best I can, but you can't see what my horse body's doing under the water, so it's just pathetic.
So that was your action. Did you want? You can swim. You have a swim speed, which is half your movement.
It's half my movement. I can just get back to the boat. Because half my movement would be 20.
Well, it's the acrobatics or the athletics acrobatics roll was to try and get back in the boat.
Okay. I'm like just 5, 10, 15. I'm like going around the boat trying to find an angle to climb up.
Okay, so you got 5 feet of tether between you and that barrel.
Yeah.
So you can't move very far.
So I'm going back and forth like this.
Unless you're trying to drag the barrel with you.
No. Barrel needs to save.
It's an empty barrel, for buoyancy, but it's still quite heavy. It's made of cedar.
I still like it in the boat because I feel like I can put
Okay.
myself in a bit easier, even though that didn't work.
I'm not so sure how you're going to be able to get with your little horse legs into.
That's why I'm saying pull me up.
Yeah, your DC was a little bit higher than usual because it's challenging for you to get your body up there.
My upper body strength is not that much to pull a horse.
How you see this whole thing go down. You see the centaur go plunging into the water on the other side of the boat, and the rest of them maintain their stance. What are you gonna do?
Immediately, I'm gonna try and spring into action and jump onto their boat. Let's get
Okay.
There, so.
All right. What is your dexterity?
Dexterity is 14, so plus.
Okay, not terrible, but go ahead and make an acrobatics or athletics.
Or athletics.
Yeah, whichever is better for you.
Well, with athletics, an 11.
Okay, it's good enough. So you managed to jump over to the other boat, but is there space for you?
Oh, there is now.
True. I'll give you that.
Plenty.
I'll give you that.
So is that my action to jump?
No, that's your movement.
That's my movement. Do I have enough reach to where I can try and grab?
Yeah, I mean, if you just use the rest of your movement to get it to the other side, you can reach over and
I'm gonna try and
grapple him, basically. Now, you see how you don't see him jump over because you're below the side of the boat, but you see it, you feel it shift as you're next to it. Probably get your hand on it for buoyancy and not keeping you from going under. But then you suddenly see this great big muscular fellow, just a lean, scrawny fellow. He's got some muscle on him.
Yeah, he's more on the lean side, but he's pretty
Okay.
big.
Okay, and you kind of reach over and he's like lunging for you.
A demon could be pulling me on this boat and I wouldn't resist.
So you're not okay. So you're not gonna resist. All right. So just yeah.
Daddy.
You can roll in athletics.
That would be 22.
Easy enough. Easy enough. You grab onto him. Now, he's heavy. He's heavy. I mean, he's not as heavy as a horse because he's a medium-sized creature.
Like a Shetland pony.
A little under 300 pounds.
But still, yeah, 300 pounds. Now, do you have, I don't know if you have the strength to pull him up is going to be the thing. You've got a hold of him. You got what?
I have an 18 in my stat. Don't know what that.
You got, oh, I thought you said, the dexterity was
My
14, right?
stat is an 18.
Okay, no, it's not bad. And you're not
Better than mine.
wearing a lot of armor right now, so you're not overly encumbered. So we're getting into a lot of acrobatics, and I'm going to say right now, you've got him, but you can't because you grappled him, but you're not able to pull him in this round.
Got it.
But you've got a hold of him,
My horse legs are kicking against the side of the boat, trying to scramble in.
but softly because of the booties.
Because juice.
Grab him. Get ready to pull.
And that's going to bring up Hildy.
Hildy is going to take the help action and assist him, which gives him advantage on his next check.
Okay. All right, good. So you're gonna hold your action and help him.
Yep.
All right, and Kiva.
Well, I can't really do
You're gonna jump in
anything if
after
I
the shark
can't
and
see
beat it up?
I'm gonna do that next turn. I would like to move from the ship to the little baby. So that way our little baby horse will be able to fit inside of the boat.
Okay.
Call me whatever you
What's your dexterity?
on the boat.
12. Okay, I'm gonna need an acrobatics or athletics roll.
I like athletics better.
Oh.
Uh,
The one time your dice rolled good.
Nice. Okay. Easily. I mean, she pops over there, does a triple sow cow and a double toe loop, popping onto that boat, just looking fabulous when she does it.
You just want to
I'm a chaos gremlin. I admit it.
I would like to bonus action.
That was your movement. You still have your action and your bonus action.
Yes. This is a bad idea. Okay. I would like to. If I turn into a bear, will this boat sink?
What do you think? I don't know. I mean, I do, but what do you know?
No, fuck it. I will bonus action, turn into a bear,
Okay.
and then hold my action, hopefully, to attack the shark when it shows up again.
Okay. So, to Hal's potential shock, there's a growl, and
Does the bear fit in that dinghy?
you're like
I am the boat.
filled it. You filled this small canoe. Or it's a rowboat. That Hauflin typically would utilize, but it's been built large enough that man-sized creatures can get in it. Your heart is filled with dread for a moment as you change and transform, and it just kind of sinks a bit, water sloshing over the side, and then somehow miraculously it just kind of stabilizes itself, and the bear is kind of probably like Dakir was feeling earlier, just kind of doing that whole, what was the movie with the Karate Kid, on the boat thing, just trying to keep it balanced. Seems like that's going to be one of your biggest challenges. Anything else from Kiva? You're holding your action.
I'm holding my action. That was my bonus action. That's my movement.
Okay. All right. Brings us to the top of the order. And
Oh no.
there's a rush of water as you feel force against you.
Is it like air jaws? Is this sharkly?
It could be. Okay. You feel force against you. The rest of you also see his entire body begin to rise out of the water. His whole equine figure begins to rise out of the water, and you find yourself, and to your horror, see Dick here in the mouth of a massive shark. 18 hits?
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought so. So,
He tries to have this like intimidating kind of expression most of the time, but for just a second, as you see him rising up, his face is just complete.
Second?
It may not be a turtle, dear.
the situation has changed slightly as it comes up and grabs you. Let me go.
I'm not sure that a shark could actually grab me at this point.
So there's going to be a little bit of damage with that hit. And so I will relay that to you as delicately as possible.
I'm just gonna assume this is because I was late.
That's what happens when you're late. Right.
No, the truth is, I mean, you're a very tasty morsel that would be hard to resist.
Never had horse before.
Exactly, and
Wish
you know,
I
that's
heard that.
Well, usually have to pay for that.
ooh, yikes.
It's illegal in several countries.
So this was a pretty
going to die. Can we not crack jokes?
21 points of piercing damage as it grabs a hold of you, blood just spurting out. You see it filling the water as the creature comes up and grabs you and then splashes down into the water. Still visible above the water line as it's used its movement to grab him and attack, and so is vulnerable in that regard. Now, here's the thing. Howl was holding on to you. As you get jerked up out of the water, you need to make a dex save.
Deck save.
Can I contest that? Because I don't want to let go. I will drag him with me.
An effect I can see, so I get advantage thanks to danger sense. Roll the exact same number on both of them.
Called it snake eyes.
Right. That would be. That'd be an 11.
An 11, okay. Well, it's good enough that you're not jerked up with him or toppled over, and we're going to find out what you're going to do because you'll have some options, of course, on your round if you want to try and keep hold of him, in which case that would take you up with him, or do something else. So we'll get to that in just a moment. But that was the shark's turn, and now Dick here, in its mouth, you're essentially grappled, but technically no. I mean, it just basically it's in mid movement in the air with you.
Don't forget the barrel.
In the barrel. Yep. So you're tethered to that barrel as it's coming up. The barrel is probably, I mean, this is a big creature, is probably a few feet above the top of the rowboat there at this point. But you're not technically grappled.
I'm disengaging as a bonus action,
Okay.
and I will,
You go splashing into the water.
okay, assuming I'm like right here, 5, 10, 15, 20,
Tied to a
25.
barrel.
Seeing.
The barrel's going with me.
You will get an attack of opportunity.
I disengaged.
Oh, you disengaged. Yes, you did. All right.
Keep on sorry. I'm trying to climb in cubes, but I need to get out of the water.
What a panic person would do.
Yeah. I wish you luck, but you can't fit in the boat.
Nope.
I moved over here so that you could fit in that.
So once again, this is a thing.
I would also like to point out that all you hear from me is,
Oh, he sees you quite clearly.
excuse me, I'm speaking bear, and I'm not sure if you still have Speak with Animals active.
Probably not in the last 10 minutes.
Actually, it's 10 minutes. Yeah, and it's just happened. So technically, you
say?
do.
I don't think you can fit in this boat. Just keep swimming close to me, and when it tries to attack you again, I get to strike it first. So
Just keep swimming.
just keep swimming.
I got an 11 to try to get on the boat anyway, so I'm going to keep trying to swim around until I get to the other side, I guess.
Okay.
Then you could fjord, right? That's what this is, right?
So you're technically dragging a barrel with you. So that means that you're moving at half of you're moving at half your movement already in the water swimming, and then dragging that with you is like literally dragging a small body. So once you get beyond the range of the tether, it would have fallen down into the boat again once you fell into the water. To pull it is going to take another half of your movement beyond that point. So if you have like,
Could I have cut it then?
that would have required
Another action, yeah.
yeah.
Okay. All right, in that case, if I was here, 5, 10.
Assuming that you're not holding your sword or dagger at this point, which
I'm not holding it. I'd probably drop my bow in the...
Did it sink?
Hopefully I dropped it in the boat when I went ass over tea kettle.
I'll give you that. I'll give you that. You were in the mouth of a shark.
Yeah.
Okay, and that's going to bring up Howl.
Bonus action, gonna rage. The shark's down in the water.
No, it's in. This is all happening.
It flew away, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So it's still up there. It's about to go back down.
So bonus action, gonna rage, and then reckless attack with the javelin.
Okay.
Towards the belly of the shark. 9.
9.
Your roll.
9.
9.
Do you want some dice? I borrow.
Or a new spear?
See, no, it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Oh shit! What really happened was, for a moment, I heard growling behind me. Thrown off.
Bit distracted, no doubt.
Bears are very triggering.
Anything else from Howl?
We're gonna be fun.
Just gonna take a couple steps backward. Oh no, I think he's just gonna stay there, ready to go.
Okay. All right, Hildy.
Having been prepared to help, Hildy is now going to sit down into the boat so she doesn't fall.
Which is basically prone.
Or sitting on her butt, but whatever. Yeah. Now, having been going to help him, am I still able to use my hand crossbow or no?
No, that was just a ready to action to help, and
Okay.
he didn't use it. So
Then I'll
and this is your turn, so you can
then I'll
change
try
whatever you
and
want.
shoot it. That's going to be a big plus.
Ooh.
19 plus
19 hits.
23.
So shook, you see it burst through its tide.
2.
2 points. Okay. All right. If a shark could chuckle,
It's only a hand crossbow. Come on.
yeah. You probably would hear a chuckle.
What has the shark been saying this whole time?
Mostly it's just been conveying hunger.
Yeah. Which is just making this way worse for me.
I mean, if he took the time to actually, process all that, probably would have just come with the attack. Anything else from Hildy?
And there's the water is all red around me.
Yeah.
I'm
Nothing else from Hildy.
bleeding out.
Okay. The good news is you have a bunch of little silverfish coming up now.
That's right. Distract him.
Are you okay? Are you okay? Are you okay? Kiva?
At least he's making friends.
I don't think I can.
I sense something stupendous.
I have no good options. I have a dumb option. Oh, you hear the dumb option.
I'm imagining what it could be.
Okay, so the dumb choice would be for me to jump again from this boat back to the other boat. Hopefully don't capsize on it.
Horrible idea.
And then jump from that boat
Horrible
up to the
idea.
shark.
I think it's
And then just start fighting the shark.
Hey, I'm for it.
Of course he is.
Well, alright then.
The TPK. We're not for that.
Unfortunately, I can't talk to any of you. And you can't talk to me. So, the order of events that I would like to happen
Okay.
is as follows.
All right.
I would like to first rage, have the glowing druid tattoos appear on my body.
Got it.
I would like to hop, and then I would like to again hop.
Okay. So basically, you're jumping onto the space where the barrels are, and there's a little bit of space there. As you move across the boat, and then using it as a springboard, basically to jump onto the shark. Okay. So first of all, what's the bear's dexterity?
Even lower. It's a 10.
Okay, all right. So because this is not a natural situation for the bear, I'll just need one acrobatics or athletics, just one, to
Alright.
see how this whole thing goes down.
I'm still proficient in athletics, and the number is a bit higher in this, so I have hope. let's crush hope.
Are you using your dumb dice?
No,
Oh, good.
that's it's 4 plus 18.
Good. Okay, that's actually pretty good. So you accomplish your mission. I mean, you jump in a rage, which, by the way, Hal, sensing all this going on, is probably, quite okay with that. But as you jump in a rage onto their boat and then springboard off,
Yeah, that's the.
here's the thing. A bear of your size, large creature, moving rapidly and a lot of force going down and then off and over. Here's the good news. You manage to grab on, if you make your attack roll, you manage to,
I get 2 and I'm doing it.
okay, so let's see. Let's go with your attack roll and then we'll go back.
So I'm reckless attacking, that means the shark has advantage against me. I'm raging, I'm a bear. Okay, first one, bite attack. Okay,
How do you spell midnight?
that is, that's an 18 to hit.
That is.
right?
You rolled a 4 and got an 18 to hit.
What?
No, it's
No,
advantage.
no, it's an advantage. Okay. I'm going into rage.
Or not so hot in the number.
Oh, that is 1d8 plus 4 plus 2 for rage damage.
Okay.
Yep, so where is my 1d8? 7 plus 6 is
13?
13 on the first attack.
Okay, good.
Second attack, I'm gonna make a,
That gets its attention.
yeah, I'm gonna claw it, so I'm gonna,
Okay.
yeah, just gonna try and claw at it.
So a second claw attack.
Yep, getting his attention.
So you're not grappling, you're not holding on, you're just attacking.
Oh yeah, I am attacking, hoping that it's going to try and turn around and attack me again, so that way it doesn't go after a vulnerable little squishy boy over there.
Okay.
That is 15 plus 5, 20. Does a 20 hit?
Yes, most certainly.
Okay, just making sure. And that is going to be 2d6 plus 4 plus
Okay,
2.
all right.
You see, this is what I wasn't doing last session, hitting. That is 9 plus 6 is 15.
Yes, it is. Okay, wow, nice. So 2 solid hits on this thing. It is, I mean, you see its hide just ripped, claw rips going down its sides from Kiva's attack as she's in midair springing off this boat. And blood just streaming down as the shark is coming out. He's escaped and about to go back into the water. And then there's results of that whole springboard operation.
I was hoping you weren't going to say the word capsize, but I'm expecting.
Well, it's not so much a capsize, but if we want to go with those first 3 letters, catapult. And so what's happening is the front of the boat just from the huge amount of force and weight of this bear, and then landing and then springing off. Those in the back, as the back of the boat comes up, have to make a dex save, and that's going to be Hildy and Howell.
I just want to state it.
I know you're sitting.
Hildy was prone.
Advantage.
Yeah. Danger sense. Oh, very helpful.
Is that a nat 20 from Hal? Okay.
And the natural 1.
Oh,
1s and 20s, man.
Wow.
I'd say.
Both extremes.
I got a 7.
a 7. So miraculously, I'm probably even expecting it, in your rage and the clarity of mind, seeing what's
Just
happening.
all bad.
Yeah, you grab the side of the boat as it comes up and manage to stay on your feet, kind of rising into the air a little bit. You're a little bit closer to the center of the boat anyway. Julie, on the other hand, you see the old lady go flying through the air, tumbling over you and into the water next to the barrel. And make a dex save, Hildy.
All right.
The glowing form of the twat of the day, shooting through the sky. Okay, so you don't take any damage as you manage to right yourself enough to plunge into the water without it feeling like you're hitting concrete or belly flopping, which wouldn't have been a lot of damage anyway. But no damage as you are now in the water next to the barrel where Lake Erie is at.
Oh, hello, good here.
You're in the water, right?
No, Kiva
I'm closer to the bear.
has. I think you're done, right?
I don't think I have any movement.
Yeah, bonus. Yeah, all that. I'll say,
I've got an attention, I hope.
yeah, you most certainly have, and you are in the water.
Yeah.
So you are basically on top of this thing, but you're not grappling it as it disappears in the water, using its movement to go down deeper, and then it's swimming around and coming back up to an attack on you.
Awesome. It has advantage to hit.
Yes. Annette. Nope. But it is a 24 to hit.
That hits.
And it just comes at you with a bite. Now this is all taking place just at the surface of the water. It's used its full movement to turn around and come at you. It's biting you, so it's still visible next to you at this point when it finishes its turn, but you're taking a bit of damage from this bite, and it's not a grapple. Oh, not as bad as what hit Dick here. 10 points of piercing damage.
It's me.
Right.
Okay, so I lose some. Cool.
All right.
And that's it for its turn. And you can see, I mean, the water is bloody for a couple of different reasons. But nearest to you, Kiva, you can see that this shark has taken a lot of damage from your attack. And we're at the top of the round with Dykir.
Hold your barrel, dear.
Can you float?
I'm old. I don't have much subcutaneous fat.
What are you doing? What are you doing?
I guess I'm gonna use my action to. Does Hildy look like she's doing okay? Like she can keep afloat? We don't know
Probably.
yet. We don't know yet.
I mean, most mammals can swim.
I feel like that was a jab. All right, I'm panicking. I'm just gonna try to get back in the boat.
Which one?
Distracted.
The big one?
Yeah, the big one.
Okay, so you are attached to the barrel still.
Yep.
The reason you have to use your action in this situation to do that versus a movement is because of the unusual nature of your body.
Yep.
It's taking a lot of effort,
Yeah.
more than movement to get up there. So acrobatics or athletics.
Do you want to try to
And this boat is still.
like your bonus action to cut the rope or something?
It's not. It's an action to do that.
Oh.
So I won't be able to try to get in the
Well,
boat.
unless you have like if you have to draw a weapon and cut it, then it's an action. If you have a weapon in your hand already, then it's a free action.
You don't.
So, but I don't think you have a weapon in your hand.
I don't. I've been using my hands to swim. Very happy, but I did roll well. I rolled a 14 plus I had 3, so that would be.
Okay, so yeah, that's going to be enough. So with your upper body strength and your desperation, you.
It's like a horse leg goes to the side.
But you do have the rest of your movement for whatever that works. So you're on top of the barrel, but you're dragging the other barrel with you if you want to pull that barrel up on top.
Yeah, I'll use the rest of my movement to pull that up.
Okay.
And then that's it really.
Okay.
I don't really have much. I guess I'll use my bonus action to draw my daggers.
Okay. Howell.
Oh, I'm just gonna continue drawing the spearfish, reckless attack.
Okay. Free action to draw your weapons, by the way.
Okay.
That's a 21.
Yeah.
21 to hit.
Yeah, that hits.
All right. DC plus. That'll be 12 points of piercing damage.
Okay. So, and you used that with a spear.
Javelin. I'm using
The javelin.
functionally like
Right. Yeah, so you just jab it in there. 12 points of damage you see as you retract it with the barb at the end, pulling out a bit of its flesh as you do so. And of course it squirms and reacts to the attack. It was a good hit. 12 you said? Okay. All right. Anything else from Howell?
No, if anything, I'm gonna strafe to the side a little bit, try to get another good angle. Just gonna keep.
Okay, all right. So on your next turn?
Yeah.
Okay, so Hildy. In the water.
Hildy is in the water, but she's within 60 feet of this giant shark that she can either see and or sense.
Yeah.
So she's going to try to use one of her mentalist disciplines. It needs to make a wisdom save versus 13.
Okay, and what happens if it fails? Wisdom 13?
If it's
It fails.
It fails, so it's going to take 3d8 damage.
Wow. What are you doing to it?
Psychic barb.
Okay.
So
all right.
I will always know where it is.
Got it.
8 points.
8 points, okay. And so you can sense the pain that it feels, the psychic damage that you inflict on it, the weakening of this creature.
For my movement, swim towards the small boat.
Okay.
There's barrels here that I can't climb.
Yeah, so you're at,
I moved 15.
okay, yeah. All right, so that's it for Hildy?
Yep.
And then Kiva, bear in the water.
Works so nice, I'll do it twice.
Okay, it's right there.
I saw a video of a bear killing a moose in the water. Pretty cool.
Alright. Once again, I'll reckless attack.
Okay.
That will be only a 13.
That's good enough.
Oh, ooh, I like that. This is the bite attack, so that's 1d8 plus 6, so that's 5 plus 6, 11.
Okay, 11 points. Another good hit.
Yep. Does it look hurt?
It looks, I mean, yeah, it definitely looks hurt. Just bleeding from all these scratches again and piercings from the bites.
Alright, so now I'm going to bite, and now I'm going to try and claw it.
Got it.
And that's a 19.
19 hits.
Okay, just my control. That's a 2d6 plus 6.
Okay.
Ooh, that was a meaty one. That is, what is it? 12 plus 17.
17,
17 points of
okay.
slashing damage.
Okay. All right, yeah, another claws, raking down the side of this thing, bleeding profusely at this point from all these different injuries. It seems to be weakened a little bit. Anything else? Okay, so it's going to, I mean, it's up there with you. It ended its turn attacking you. It's going to begin its turn trying to bite at you again. And it's got advantage still.
Hi.
19. Okay. All right, so what was that number? 15 points of damage, and then half of that. Yep.
8.
Yep.
Yep. Right.
Half to 7 because it's
7.
yeah down. 7 points of damage as it bites you and doesn't try to grapple you. You would have felt the rage in it as it bit the bear, maybe not even knowing what it was doing, but you felt the rage from it, and then it attempts to dive down deep into the water. So anybody that's within 5 feet of it has an attack of opportunity.
I would like to go first.
Okay.
If I hit it,
Alright.
then it cannot move.
Sentinel?
Uh-huh. Does a 17.
It does.
Well, 17 plus numbers. But
Yeah, it definitely hits.
oh, claw attack. So that's didn't do as good. That is only 10 points of damage.
Ooh, still pretty good.
And it can't move.
It can't move? Okay, so it's all right, so it's basically where it began. Okay, so it's still stuck there. Anybody have 7 opportunity attack?
Might as well.
Okay, go ahead.
Also reckless. 15.
That hits.
15. 6 points of piercing.
Okay.
I'll get a stab in as well. That'll be 16.
16 hits.
And I have an ally within 5 feet, so that'll be my sneak attack as well. So 6, 2, 1, that's 9 plus 3, so 12 points of damage.
12 points, okay.
I'm not going to attack it this round.
Okay.
Oh, you don't
I feel bad for the shark. But I know where it is.
Psychically linked to the shark, huh?
As I'm stabbing it, I'm holding like the underside of my horse belly where all my guts are probably spilling out.
Okay. All right, so the shark already had its attack and its attempt to move. We got the hell kicked out of it as it tried to do so, which brings us to Duck
Oh, yay. Got to stab it again, roll the 19,
That hits.
24. Still have an ally within 5 feet, so 7 plus 5 is 12, plus 3 more is 15 points of
Wow,
smashing
look at you
damage.
guys coming back against this thing.
I'm like
We're
leaning on
certain
the
death.
bleeding all over the place, just
Anything else for Duck here?
Yeah, I'll use my bonus action, do an offhand attack and miss.
Okay. Owl.
I'm being a spear fisherman, taking another stab. Well, the other one was good.
It's a 17.
That'll be a 23 hit.
That hits.
That'll be 8 points of piercing.
Okay. All right, anything else from Hal?
That'll be it.
Hildy.
Hildy's going to climb into the little rowboat.
Okay, this movement because You're not a centaur?
Just say it, because she's normal. It's fine.
Hey, we can all be different in different ways. It's okay.
Do I need acrobatics or anything?
Nope.
Not for the small one?
I mean, she tried to do it better. Don't take it too seriously.
I just thought when she said I was bait, she was joking.
It's just difficult terrain, that's it. And do you want to do anything once you're up there? You can't see the shark from there because
I know
it's
where it is.
But you do, yep. If you know where it is. Mentalists.
No, on my next turn, I'll row the boat up and watch what they're doing.
Okay.
For now, I'll just sit down and go,
Ooh, it's cold in there.
And yeah, you're very wet. I imagine Hildy looks something like a wet cat.
Yeah.
I mean, that's my imagery.
yeah, I can see that.
Kiva,
But it's been working so well for me for the past 2 times. I'm
this
just
thing seems to be spasmodically, just as Hal was pulling his javelin, seems to be spasmodically, just convulsing.
well, good to finish the job.
All right.
Once again, recklessly attacking. First, I'm gonna bite, and that's what was that? There's a 13,
Yeah,
14.
yeah, yeah.
Just making sure. Yep, the bite. So that's gonna be 5 plus 6, 11 points of damage.
Okay, as you bite into it, you feel it thrashing about. Any other attacks?
Yeah, I've got claw attack. Once again, reckless. So
Is that a second? Is that
I have
2 attacks, 1 round, right?
2 attacks per round.
Okay, got it.
Ugh. Well, does 12 hit?
No, so you actually that one would be an advantage.
I rolled it.
You roll an advantage. Okay, so yeah, so you're looking at it, you're thinking, okay, that's that, and swiping at it, you just claws get stuck in the side of the boat, you're like in whatever bear language, and
They-
he hears shit. So so
You hear snarling bear.
and this thing is just thrashing and seems to be losing its energy right there in front of you. Anything else from Kiva?
I'm just gonna wait to see if it tries to swim away.
Okay, so it's what seems like death throes, as blood is just sprouting from all these different injuries that it has. You're just pulling your claws out of the wood of the boat. There is a sudden movement of water all around the shark, and to your utter horror, a massive tortoise-like head comes up and snaps the shark in half.
That's the turtle.
Oh no. And we have something new on the board.
Like me laugh.
Dum, 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 dum. Oh, just when you thought the shark was prey.
The fact that he has that many is the reason we had to hunt the giant turtle.
That's true. That's true. You can thank
He pulled a brick.
Mike for that.
Encounter.
What a tremendous cube.
So the shark is most certainly dead. No doubt about that. And the bite, as it goes through this creature, through the shark, watching its head and its tail just kind of separate 30 feet long. It takes the midsection. Then comes up toward Kiva, which is the next one closest to it,
Yep.
with this claw-like fin. This fin with claws on the end of it comes up to strike. Almost trying to pull you in as if you're just a second morsel in the meal type thing.
You got advantage.
So it's gonna try and hit you.
Now is when you talk to animals.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know if I want to.
21?
You know, I don't think that hit.
No? As it slashes across you with its fin-like claw, doing a little bit of damage.
Dirty, huh?
I'm sorry, I'm not playing the turtle monk that I was playing before.
Not terrible, 11 points of damage.
27. I got magic items. What was it?
11 points of slashing damage as it rakes. Okay, yep, to 5.
5? Yes.
Yikes, yikes, yikes.
and it's still chomping on the morsels of the shark that it just took a great big bite at. And that's going to take us to the top of the round. And now, Dick, here, you're at the top of the round. What are you going to do? Seeing this huge creature just playing it. Well, wait a minute. It's actually not all. As this thing comes up, it's so huge. The bear's not affected. Who's left on the big boat?
Me and
You guys need to make a deck save.
The boy.
Because this thing is just getting rocked as it comes flying up.
Does our friendly barbarian get advantage?
I can see it. Danger
Yeah.
sense. Which is good. That would be
Just looking out for
deck
you.
save.
Yes.
20 total.
Okay, so once again, you just heroically hold on to the boat, almost expecting, perhaps, that as you see this creature rise up, what's going to happen. What did you roll?
17.
Okay, and well enough,
Yeah.
as you managed to stay up as well.
I'm bracing myself. No,
Not this time.
never again.
You hear. I say, this is not the herd. That's what you hear.
So it bumps against the smaller rowboat as well, pretty violently, but it's not enough to cause you to have to make a deck save to stay on board. And Dick, here, you're up.
I don't suppose I could just ask you to stop eating halflings.
You gonna talk to it?
Yeah. I mean, the spell's still up, so.
Yeah, it's still up. I mean, 10 minutes in combat round.
He's just looking at it in shock. He's on one of his horse hooves because he's injured and just leaning over the side of the boat.
So the thing is in a rage, and similarly to the way that you spoke with the fish, and you can kind of, the fish that you can see, the silver scaled fish, that were kind of around when it was just a shark. You just feel the terror as they just shock into different directions. The reply, I guess, from the turtle itself, which you're feeling in your mind, is just basically, it's unintelligible. It's kind of a garbled imagery and sensation of rage and pain. It's very confusing. It doesn't seem like it's communicating lucidly.
Pain? Is there any image tied to pain? No.
Just the sensation of pain, and no, you're not seeing any wound or anything like that.
I'm stabbing it then.
I don't like that thing's bigger than me.
It's a bit bigger.
Be nice and save it.
Come on, you saw weight water
think
like
it's a-
me. That's where you take the harpoon and spin.
I'm awkwardly leaning over the boat and I just can't get. No, I'm not pulling it again. Bonus action to do my offhand attack, and that probably misses as well with a 12.
So,
That one probably goes off its shell.
any movement or anything at this point? You're staying right there with your barrel. Okay, Howell.
Oh, this is. I don't want it. Yeah, I'm gonna stab at the turtle again.
Okay.
That's all I can do.
I stab at the.
That's what is it?
Your horse.
20 to hit.
That hits. Is that a net 20 or?
Okay, total.
Dirty 20, gotcha.
That'll be plus 2 plus 4. That'll be 10 damage.
Okay, 10 damage. So you do hit it. You find a soft spot there between the top of the shell, the bottom of the shell. We were able to just get your javelin into. You watch as you retract it, a spurt of blood goes out, doing a little bit of damage. So 10.
And with that one, Howell's going to try to get into the other boat to get his equipment to try and grab his sword.
Okay, you're gonna jump into the other boat.
Yeah.
All right.
Or
So
you're gonna climb gently to the other boat.
I'm going to be as graceful as a raging barbarian can be.
yeah. So just roll an acrobatics or athletics. It's part of your movement.
15.
Okay. Yeah, easy enough. Even with the heavy, movement of the boats against each other with the arrival of this creature, you're able to get over without too much trouble. Anything else? It's free action to grab your weapons.
Yeah, grabbing my great sword, getting ready.
Okay. All right, so Hildy.
That's fine, I'll stay here by myself.
You got this?
Hildy is not at all encouraged by what she sees, so she is going to cast Encourage and buff her friends.
Okay.
So the three of you can add a d4 to your next attack or save.
So it's the mythless equivalent to bless.
Yeah.
Nice.
You got this, guys.
Wait, is it attack rolls and saves?
Attack or save.
Or save.
Yes.
And once we use it, it's gone? or-
Yes.
Okay.
So is there any specific inspirational...
You got this,
Oh,
guys.
okay.
That's it.
Hey, that works. Okay. Anything else from Hildy then?
She'll row the boat up a little bit.
Okay. So Kiva,
Very big.
you're in the water with this creature.
I'm aware.
What do you do?
Please stay there.
I'm gonna. It works so nice, I'll do it twice. You know? Just keep doing what I'm doing. And hopefully it won't eat me.
Well, there is that hope.
Well, this thing on its head out of the water.
Yes, it's fully, I mean, not fully above, but it's certainly up out that you can attack it.
Right. Well, I'm
Top portion of it anyway.
I'm gonna bite it then.
Okay.
That one was out of the pack. Reckless attack advantage.
All right.
That's a 15.
15. No. Right onto the edge of its shell.
I thought so. Yep. The laughter is from the not one that comes out of the drain and plonks right in front of our fellow barbarian.
Yeah, expect my metal dust.
All right. Full attack. Dirty 20.
30-20, yes, that does manage to hit.
All right.
So with your claw, manage to draw some blood from this creature.
36 plus 6. 2 ones. That's an 8 damage.
Okay. Okay. All right. Hey, killing me slowly.
But did I get its attention?
Oh yeah, you definitely have its attention.
Cool.
Drew some blood. I mean, you weren't the first to draw some blood, but still, you're right there with it, and it's still chomping on that shark. But it's you can see as it rolls its eye over, it definitely sees you as lunch. Anything else, Kiva?
Well, I'm gonna stay plonked right here, so that way if it tries to go after the very, very squishy and very scared horse, I can strike it again.
Okay.
I'd be offended if you weren't saving my life. I don't know.
Okay. So the end of the turn is the creature, the dragon turtle. Now.
I thought it was a dragon turtle, but I didn't want to metagame and say that out loud.
Yeah, well, I'm saying it now because Hilda, you recognize this creature.
Fuck.
I thought I did.
Yeah, you do. It's I mean, you're receiving kind of like memories and flashes of memories where these were actually very docile creatures that weren't used for war until the breaking. Prior to that, they were used for transport, and they would assist in transporting large megaliths and stone work and so on across the Sea of Dragons to the cities of the Tuatha Dé. So that they were quite common back in the day, as we'll call it, before the breaking, and controlled, and not creatures that were feared. So, but most certainly this one is. And it is going to do a couple of things.
Love that.
I'm starting to think Hildy's secretly a Tuatha Dé blood.
She is not.
Secretly.
Okay.
Not a Tuatha Dé, a Tuatha Dé blood. Yeah.
As this thing has propelled itself up to the surface, ripping apart the shark, it proceeds to throw itself on the boat itself.
I thought you might be.
I'll just die, it's fine.
You making an attack against him?
No, I'm making an attack against the boat.
1 sec.
Boat count as an ally.
It's a target other than me. I get an attack against it.
Okay, well, it's a. Does it have to be a sentient target?
No.
Or just any target? Okay, so you get an attack against it, but let's finish it's
yes,
what it's
I'm
doing.
gonna-
So it's going up against the boat, and the boat, I mean, doesn't have a whole lot of hit points, but it's got a few. Get an AC 10.
Like as it's towering over the boat, my shoulders just slump.
I'm picturing Moby Dick coming down on the whaling ship.
See, I had the free willing. Horribly wrong.
Brave little toaster.
Okay. All right, so it's a pretty big boat. Fortunately, so it's you can hear the splintering of wood. You can see the water begin to rush into it, but the damage is fairly superficial, where it kind of lands up on it. Still has hull integrity, but it jumps onto essentially the middle, and so neither side is like trying to catapult off like what happened with the bear. But it's essentially on the boat, controlling it, and its head is like literally next to you. Yeah, you can smell the shark breath from this thing, and then its claw is just flying over and attempting to rake Kiva once again.
Awesome.
And were you reckless before?
Yeah, you get advantage.
Okay.
Of course I'm reckless. This is a turtle with a shell. I need to.
Always reckless. So this is only 16.
Still hits.
Still hits? Okay. All right. So fortunately for you, the huge damage is not from the claw, but it does 11 points.
All right, 5 again.
Oh, sorry. 13 points.
Get 6.
Okay, so 13 points of damage. So now the thing is on top of the boat. Eventually, it's obvious that eventually if it stays there, in a few rounds, the boat's going to sink. But right now, the damage is not terrible to it. It still has hull integrity, and it's there. I mean, it's in your face. And we're going to go ahead and take a quick break.
Can I attack it?
Oh, yeah, sorry, before that break, let's go ahead and take that sentinel attack. Yes, sorry, Kiva.
All right. That's probably not going to hit. It's only 16.
No. Glancing off its shell once again.
Well, just wanted to get that off the way.
So it's in and out of the water, by the way. So, I mean, the thing is so huge that it's right there. And we'll go and take our break right now and see how this thing ends up after the break.
I should have tried to befriend it.
Welcome back, everyone. We are back with our group here in the throes of battle with Mighty Dragon Turtle. And we're at the top of the round with Dick here. What are we going to do?
I am going to try to make a cold shot to its eye that's right next to me.
A called shot.
I'm going to try to stab it in the eye.
Okay, all right. So you're going to be rolling at disadvantage.
Yes. I know it's a long shot, but if I figure I get 2 shots at it. 13 or a 10. I add 5. I'm going to use the plus from Hildy to add a d4 to it. So it's 15 with disadvantage. Please be high to 17.
17, no. Dang it. So just at the edge, miss. Little scales deflect.
Second attack. It's probably not going to hit. But 13 plus 5, 18.
18, no. Nope. Still.
So I'm like just with both daggers, just right on the edge of the eye.
Literally, yes, exactly. Literally right on the edge of each eye. Close, though. Close. That's it for Dyke here.
That's it.
And Howl.
It's currently like half in the.
Yeah, it's like, so easy to get to at this point.
Yeah, from here. Can I take a swing at it from this boat? Does that work?
Yeah, as a matter of fact, you can probably just put the creature on top of that boat if it fits.
I don't like that.
Yeah, there you go.
That
I have to move Kiva closer.
feels real dangerous.
Oh, I don't like how that looks much. Yeah.
Now this is going to be with the great sword. I'm going to take a swing at it.
Yeah, you're within 5 feet, right? As long as you're within 5 feet of it?
I think we all are now.
Okay, yeah, I imagine you probably are.
It's on the boat, or it's on the edge of it. Yeah. Come on. I'm going to use the bless. Oh. That's a 21 to hit.
That hits.
21 to hit. That's 2d6. That's 8 plus. That's 14. 14 slashing damage.
Okay, so 14. Its head, as it's kind of bulging out from the shell, the front part of its flippers that are clawed. You're able to scrape across those, drawing a bit of blood. Doing, you said 14?
14 slashing.
Okay, got it.
And I'm going to use the slasher feat. I'm going to reduce its speed by 10 feet with that. So it tries to get out.
It doesn't get a save or anything?
No, it's something I think I can just do.
But you had to hit it?
Yes. Okay. When you hit to by 10 feet. Yep.
Is that just for that one round?
When you hit a creature, yeah, until the start of my next turn.
Okay, got it. All right. Okay, is that it for Hal?
That's what I got.
Okay, Hildy, you're up.
Hildy is going to sense all of her companions in pain, and she's going to flash heal them.
Okay.
So that's going to not be a lot, but
So that's basically the mentalist version of healing word, right?
basically, yeah, 5 points for everybody damaged.
Right, that.
Feel unchained.
I assume you're ready to go.
Ballbear. I'm taking a point down.
I knew the rope was going to be on the front lines.
I'm feeling a little bit of pain.
You're also a bear.
Anything else from Hildy?
I'm
No, I don't think so.
angry bear.
Staying where she is?
It's probably just
Yep.
Okay, Kiva, you're up.
I'm not giving that thing an attack.
Did I? Why would I have a guilty conscience? Did I jinx you a little bit?
just me and her growling at each other.
Yeah.
Fair talk.
This is very upsetting.
You hear me growling at. I don't know if you just talk back.
I'm either growling back or staring really hard.
What are you doing, Kiva?
What am I doing? I'm gonna try and get its attention.
Okay.
And it's, oh boy, like
Tickle?
basically like in tickle position, trying to get its attention on that fin to get it to turn in my general.
Oh, I see.
Literally, that's what I'm trying to do.
Got it. So, assuming with damage.
Yes.
Okay.
I'm going to, like, my goal is to attack it there, so that way it's like, oh, something is hitting me. Let's get away from
Let's see if we can get its attention.
That's the hope. All right. I'm recklessly attacking. So that's a 15 on the die. On natural 20,
Yes, that hits.
that's the bite. So that's only going to be 8 plus 6, 14 damage.
Okay, not bad.
Alright, I'm going to try and slash with the claws.
All right.
Like same spot on the pin. I hit. That's a 15 again, plus 5, 10,
Okay.
or 20.
Good damage.
Yep. That's 2d6 plus 6. Kind of shite. That will be 9 points of slashing damage again.
Okay. All right.
And I'm going to just maneuver a little bit like over here.
So you cuts and scratches and bites. It's bleeding, you know, from various wounds. Doesn't seem to have weakened it much at all, but it's definitely bleeding.
I take it.
Anything else for Kiva?
You're just gonna growl at it.
Okay. So you most certainly got its attention. And the weight of this thing is causing more damage to the boat. Okay. Okay, so a little bit more. You can hear the sputtering of the wood. You can see more water starting to pour in. The hull integrity is still there, so it's not, but it's definitely riding lower in the water. Not sure how many more rounds that it can take that. And because it's on the front, more kind of middle front, is kind of, you know, favoring that side, and you can kind of feel the boat rising underneath you. You guys can see it. It's its turn, and immediately its long neck just kind of stretches out and turns under its fin to snap
Right.
at Kiva. And did you attack recklessly?
And you got advantage.
Okay. All right.
What is this?
20.
Yeah.
20. All right, so 20. All right. Okay, and as it snaps at you, you feel when you're hit, you feel this electrical current going through your body as it snaps onto you with its giant beak-like maw, and then it releases you. So it doesn't hold you or attempt to grapple you. Definitely a strike in anger, and it's not a terrible shock. 8 points from the piercing damage and 5 from the electrical damage.
Yeah, the electrical damage, that hurt. Well, 8 you said?
8, yeah, 8 and 5.
Awesome.
Shit. 13 and 5. So that would be 6 plus 5. Sorry.
Well, I'm at a toasty 60 points.
And then it's coming over with its claw. Its clawed fin against you as well. So you definitely got its attention with the damage that you did earlier. And about the same as last time. Looks like an 18.
It still hit me.
Okay. All right. So it may not hurt as bad as that, but yeah. So 8 points of damage, slashing across you.
All right. It I am at a toasty, tasty 2 hit points. Temporary.
It balances itself on the boat a little bit as far as movement, but it doesn't move. It's not like moving away from you, so there's no opportunity attacks as it just sets itself a little bit more firmer on the ship, or on the boat. It's not looking good for the boat at this point. We're back to the top of the round with Diker. What are you going to do?
Cry.
He just looks at the boat and just, I'm going to die. I'm going to die. I'm going to stab it normally. I'm not going to try to make a call shot or anything. Oh, nat 20.
Nat 20. Wow! Congratulations, you hit.
I'm very glad you told me normally.
Yeah.
And that was with your short sword.
When I stopped trying to aim for a vital spot, I hit a vital spot. Yeah, that's when I should have done. So that's going to be...
Don't forget your D30.
Oh, thank you. 28.
And what was the weapon you were using?
Short sword, piercing.
Okay, go and roll your damage.
So 1, 2, 6, 12, 13, 16, 20, 21 plus 3, 24.
24 points of damage.
Yeah.
Wow.
Because I double the sneak attack
Yep.
as well, so I effectively
Yep.
rolled 66.
And what'd you roll for the D30 again?
28.
28. Okay. Wow. So with that strike is you strike into its neck, which was basically serpentined long out of its neck to strike at Kiva during this round. You feel the blade nick a bone, a vertebrae within its neck, and you see it kind of spasm. What effect that may have, we'll find out.
Okay. And with that, I'm going to use my bonus action attack to cut the rope that I tied myself to a barrel with. And I'm jumping out of the boat. It's going down anyway.
Like, fuck it.
5, 10, 15. I don't provoke attacks, so I hit him and I have the mobile feet. 25.
Yeah, with the mobile feat, you still have to use a bonus action to disengage, right?
If I hit something with if I make an attack action at anything with the mobile feet,
Right,
I
but
don't
you-
provoke attacks from
Okay,
that
as long
thing.
as you hit.
Yeah, no,
got it.
even if I don't hit.
Oh, if you
As long as-
don't.
If I take the attack action and I thought it was that last section, but I looked at it again. If I
Okay.
just take the attack action, something I don't provoke from it.
Okay, yep.
Things that disengage from me don't get to stay disengaged. I get to hit them anyway.
Sentinel's ridiculous.
As long as you hit.
Okay, so
I played that.
is it for Dick here?
My barbarian.
That'll be it, yeah.
Okay, Hal, you're up. You're in the water again. Now you're dragging your barrel with you. Oh, you cut the line? Okay. All right, I was thinking about something else when you said that. Okay.
The horse went overboard. Okay, gonna take another swing.
All right.
21 to hit.
Yes, it does.
Oh, all right.
I've been using the wall to hit the whole time.
Have you?
Yep, that's fine. Everything's fine.
That'll be 14 points of slashing damage.
14 points. Okay. So striking more blood splattering across the hull of the ship. You got to do some damage on this thing.
That's all I got.
Okay, you staying where you are?
Yeah.
All right, Hildy.
Hildy's just gonna try and hit it with a force bolt.
Okay.
I got nothing else I want to get close to this thing with, so. Missed. Big miss.
You just nobody even notices. It's a splash in the water somewhere in the distance behind it.
Might have hit those other halflings.
Kind of like the air cannon at Pirates of the Caribbean going off.
Yep.
All right, is that it for Hildy then?
Yeah.
Okay, Kiva, you're up.
All right. So I'm going to use my my second wild shape to wild shape again into a bear.
Okay, so you're gonna.
I can use that as a bonus action because
Right,
You know.
right.
Bear to bear.
bear. What it's going to look like is basically the form shivers a little bit, and the fur gets. Just,
Yeah.
It looks like you hit the second health bar.
And then we have a totally uninjured bear that appears. Okay, got it.
He's too.
That's got to be just wildly frustrating for the turtle.
Actually, she's going from bear native to lioness to a bear native to Ariu.
Yeah, I see. Okay, well,
Species, different taxonomy.
so a rampant bear. Got it.
Or owlbear if we're going by the movie
Actually, they're
line.
both from
Owlbears.
areas that one looks like it's more similar.
So yeah, that might be a little bit shocking to the turtle that we now an uninjured bear in front of it. Now you know your bonus action.
Mm-hmm.
So what else are you gonna do?
What have I been doing? Yeah, I'm gonna look so nice. I'll do it a number of times.
All right. So
Yep.
bite and a claw.
Bite and a claw with advantage because only way I'm gonna hit the gun thing. All right. Ooh, that's good thing. That's advantage. That would be a 20.
Now you're raging when you
Still
change form.
The rage doesn't drop.
When you change form, I know it's the barbarian ability that does that. Why do you think it doesn't drop when you change form?
If I took damage within the it's attack or take damage.
Right, but now you're in a completely new form.
All right.
So I think that might negate the rage at that point, since you're not injured. It was the other form that took the damage. And so now you just transformed with your bonus action to a new form, which has not taken damage. It's a new creature.
But is rage a mental thing or a physical thing?
Well, I think,
It's attack. That's the other.
yes, but I think that creature that it is would have to take damage. So,
If you want to rule that whenever I shapeshift, I drop rage, then that is a
yeah, unless you have a, between sessions, if you have a convincing argument, then we'll talk about it. But that's how I kind of see it right now.
Right now, I am not raged.
Correct.
I'll still.
I mean, Camille's enraged, but the bear, not yet, so much.
Let's do reckless attack.
Okay.
Just don't get the rage damage.
Okay.
Right. That's fine. That's 7 points of damage.
7? Okay. What'd you roll to hit?
18 plus.
Okay,
5.
okay, that's right.
Yeah.
So 7 points?
Yeah.
All right, gotcha.
On rolling again, reckless. Oh, I miss on that natural one. Does not take the
Oh, yike. Okay, but the natural one was the
lower one.
lower one, okay.
The second one, and I'm prepared to face the consequences of actions.
Okay. Well, you didn't do a whole lot of damage that time. But what happens is as you complete your turn, it's the dragon turtle's turn. Hilda, you're getting images again of this creature, flashing through your mind, and you're thinking that the creatures that you remember were a lot bigger than this. This seems to be a really small one comparatively. I mean, it doesn't seem so facing it right now, for sure, but back in your mind, maybe they don't exist like this anymore. Maybe this is how the size they are. You don't know, but this one seems a lot smaller. Who knows? Maybe there's a bigger one around. In any case, I mean, if I had the mini, I might have a mini. Who knows? I'd have to use it, right? So it's still spasming, as you can see its trap-like maw moving just a little bit, as if it's trying to reach out and bite at you again or retract. Its fin claws are just kind of moving sporadically. You can see the tension in it as it's trying to move, but it doesn't seem able to. And we go back to the top of the order. You're welcome. Thank you.
Hey, Dickie, what you gonna do?
You can call me that. All right. He turns around. His eyes are filled with determination. He's going to doggy paddle like hell. So I'm
Okay.
taking bonus action dash.
Okay.
So my speed is halved and then doubled again. So I'm back to 50.
Right.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 slash. So I'm
Okay. So you're gonna attack and run. Got it. Okay.
I have never seen a horse move that fast
miss
in
anyway.
water.
Okay. So you basically swim up to it and hit it on the back of its shell and then swim away.
Yeah.
Bastard. Okay. Is that it from Dexter?
Yeah.
All right, Howie,
He's
you're up.
trying to recreate his tactics in water.
Today just keeps getting more and more interesting. I see new things every time. Swing the sword. 24,
That hits.
and that'll be 4 plus 10 points of slashing damage.
Okay. All right. So it's almost like a foregone conclusion as you hit this thing. Now you see it's finally moving. It's trying to retract its head a little bit back toward its shell, doing some more damage. Anything else from Hal?
He's gonna just keep on keeping.
Okay, sticking where he is. Hildy.
Yeah, force bolt's all I'm gonna do from this range. You said I noticed they were normally bigger.
Yeah.
Is there anything I
bigger.
might be able to judge about this that makes me think, oh, it's a cute little baby, as opposed to, oh, it's just smaller than the ones I remember? Like in,
Are you going to spend the time to think that much about it?
yeah, I'll spend the time.
Okay, so if you want to use an action to roll a
Okay.
perception on it, you can do that.
21.
Okay. It's a good roll. It looks like it doesn't strike you as a baby. It strikes you as a young dragon turtle, but not a baby.
Okay.
The moody teenager.
With that roll, I'll also tell you that his mannerisms seem very. I mean, it's obviously aggressive, but this mannerism seems erratic.
Hormones.
Almost frenzied. You know, like it's in some kind of frenzy state.
It's in heat.
Mike and Hildy have thoughts, but
Anything else from Hildy?
say,
I don't think we should kill it.
Angry bear noises.
I think there's something wrong with it.
I don't think it feels the same.
We were most of the way there already.
Oh, are we?
I think it hurt.
It is bleeding quite a lot, I'll give you that.
We just fought a bear, a horse, and a man.
I think it's attacking because it was hurt.
I felt pain from it earlier, but I mean, what else can we do?
Heal it.
I wish you would have said that before we started murdering.
Well, maybe if you stop attacking it, it'll stop attacking you.
It attacked us first before we even attacked it.
Well, it just wanted to eat the shark.
And us.
Maybe it has a stomach ache from the night.
I think you're projecting.
I think your 6 seconds are up. Eva.
Well, I'll take that into consideration. I'd like to rage again.
Okay, there you go.
All right.
Angry bear.
Yes.
Yep. The second phase of the fight begins.
All right.
Angry again. And looks so nice. I'll do it again. Let's pull back hit this time. This is the bite attack. 19 hit.
Yes, you do. You managed to hit it.
I'm doing that. What's wrong? This shenanigans. And that comes out to 12 points of damage.
12 points, okay. All right, another nice hit.
All right.
All right.
Going to claw at it. And I'm gonna miss.
Okay, so you missed with that one. All right, anything else from Kiva?
I use my bonus action. I'm going to have 40 feet of movement, so I can move 4 squares. So I'm going to move 2, 3, 4. Basically, just to get closer to these guys. I'm familiar with your hit and run tactics, so I'm just gonna let you do your thing.
Appreciate it.
If I have to protect you, then that means that you made a mistake.
Okay, that's it for
Got my
Kiva.
gaping wounds. I gave a mistake on it.
This thing seems to be fully in charge of its physical, physical self again, as the spasm just stops and his head has retracted back, more fully into its shell as you strike at it, hitting it once and missing. It's just, you see his long tongue spitting out at you in anger as it does so, and then the thing does this backflip move as it comes over, and pretty much, I think you're going to end up in the wake of this thing because you're literally right next to it. Does a backflip move turning, and when it lands, it's going to be right next to Kier.
Oh.
Now, did that move through you?
It moved like around. Yes, it moved through me.
Okay, all right, so roll on athletics, unless you don't want to contest being shoved violently.
In which direction?
Well, I'm away from it, obviously.
I'd like to contest that.
You want to contest it? Okay. All right. So roll in athletics.
Advantage because rage.
Okay.
Would it provoke an attack of opportunity?
It will for the rest of you. Yes, but we'll get to that in just a minute.
Natural 20.
Wow.
Why crit?
The waves
It
just.
wants me to move, I say no. Actually, that's like here, but I can.
You're the guy at the wave pool that just lets
Okay.
waves.
I mean, this thing is hugely strong. With that natural 20, you manage not to be forced away from its movement.
Or 26 if we want to do numbers.
No, it's fine. I mean, just the natural 20 itself, it allows you not to be forced away in any way that's going to harm you. So it doesn't land on you. It lands just to the side. But it does consume one of its attacks to do that, to kind of force its way through you. But since it can't force its way through you, it just kind of
Does a barrel roll?
kind of a barrel roll, not really bouncing, but a barrel roll off to the side, still landing where it is in front of Jakir. And it seems to know that you were the source of, well, obviously it knows that you were the source of its last major injury, the one to its neck. So in rage, it comes over. Its head is just like pushing out and attempting to just clamp over you. And we'll see if it manages to do so. Now you are in the water. Oh, this guy is not. Oh, that was actually a better roll than I thought. 27?
Misses.
I think that might hit.
And you feel the piercing bite of its maw upon you, and then the electrical current that goes through you with that bite. You guys are so lucky this thing isn't
It'll be a charred husk in a second. With
Did you
a
just
chunk
say
missing.
lucky?
Yeah, this thing isn't quite the. I mean, it's still powerful, but
Yeah, given a legendary action. Layer action.
so 12 points of piercing damage just from the head biting you, and then another. The electrical damage not that much, just 4.
Okay.
So a total of 16.
I'm
Yeah,
floating.
even though you're in the water. Oh, you are? You're unconscious?
I'm done.
Okay. All right.
Floating
So
in the water is a charred little husk.
all right. It seems satisfied.
But the problem is it still hungry, or does it want to hump the boat?
We shall see. That brings us up to the beginning of the round with you. You need to make a death save.
13, so that's 1 success.
Okay, so 1 success. Right, Hal. Hal, you just see. Oh, whoa. Let's back up and get to those opportunity attacks.
So as it's about to do the backflip,
Right.
take a swing at it for 21 to hit.
That hits.
21 to hit. And plus 16 points of slashing damage.
Wow, that's big. Okay. Wow.
Range, strength, 2d6. That's all I need.
Wow, this guy is no pushover, but you guys are putting a shit ton of damage on him. Okay, so that was your opportunity attack. Hildy, I guess you probably didn't have one?
No, I was in the back. But
Okay, and then it never left the range of Kiva. So, okay, so Hal, this is your round.
Great sword in left hand, pick up javelin,
Okay,
throwing it at it.
okay.
literally.
Second, okay.
That empty?
You missed.
Missed? Okay.
Yeah.
All right, so javelin goes into the water.
We have 3 more of those. And seeing that, what condition is the ship in right now?
The condition, and now that he's off of it, it kind of rises in his buoyancy, but it's still. You can see it's leaking a little bit, but it's still its hull is still intact, and so it's not sinking.
I don't know if we'll get our safety deposit back.
Yeah, I'm gonna. Howl's going to jump into the other boat. He's gonna switch over and he's gonna start trying to steer it back towards the turtle to not let it get away.
The bigger boat?
Yeah, he's gonna get ready to.
Okay, all right. So go ahead and make your athletics or acrobatics, whatever, to jump in.
Raging, so that has advantage since it's strength based. Acrobatics.
Athletics.
Athletics, I mean.
Athletics, yeah, I guess.
Well, that's a 14.
14.
14 over the natural one.
It's a little higher DC because this thing just rocked off that thing, and these things are just, I mean, just landing back in the water next to Dick here. These things are just, rocking like crazy. You fall between the boats into the water.
Oh no.
You don't take any damage except your ego, and you're in the water. Do you have any more movement?
I have 30 feet, so whatever half is used for that.
Yeah. So okay. So literally, you could climb on.
Square.
Yeah, you can. If you want to move on top of the boat, you can, because you wouldn't have any difficulty getting on top of the boat afterwards.
No.
Well, then again, because of the violence of the movement, I guess it would make sense. So you can use that at the beginning of your next turn, which is now. Or no, that you just finished.
This is-
Okay, Hildy. We're up to Hildy. Sorry.
Now that he's not in the boat, he's gonna start rowing it.
Okay.
Going
Oh, yo.
to take the turtle.
All right. So you can technically move it 20 feet if you want.
I just moved it 15. So
Okay. Anything else from Hildy?
he's gonna say,
Don't hurt him!
That was your movement, by the way.
Yeah.
So, okay. All right, so no action this round?
no, not yet.
Okay. Then we're back to Kiva.
I think you know what I want to do.
Yeah.
So I'll just,
Reliable.
1 second. I'll just move 1, 2, 3.
Oh, you're getting right in its face.
I want to be in between me and the horse.
Okay. That's thinking.
I'm about to be glue.
I want to give you a chance to not be blue.
Appreciate it.
Maybe Hildy will be nice and heal you when she heals the.
Hildy wants to heal the turtle.
If Hildy heals the turtle and lets you die, then I'll understand why her companions are all. Alright, so I'll recklessly attack.
Okay.
And I'll miss with the bite.
Okay.
I'll do it again
All right.
with the claw. And I'll hit. That's a 20.
Okay, yeah, that hits. Go and roll your damage.
And that will be 13 points slashing damage.
Okay.
I just want to say I'm just hammering the same thing like over and over again because I can't go up with the neck because that thing comes in and out of its shell.
Yeah, I mean, it still has its vulnerable points. This isn't moving at all. This is kind of taking place at the same time. Anything else from Kiva?
Kiva's just gonna brace for impact.
Okay. So this thing is bleeding profusely from around the neck, around the face, around the flippers. I see the impacts of the blows on its shell also, which has deflected a lot of attacks. It's taking some damage. I mean, for sure. The fog has, for the most part, during this whole time, and even just before, started to move out, and you can see it's brighter. You can see further out. You can see the sails, the orange sails of the Hauflin fisher boats. At this point, about 300-400 yards away. And you can, any of you that are like looking in that direction, their eyes are glued on what's going on here, and you can kind of hear them shouting and hollering at just in exclamation, and surprise and shock, and at all the blow-by-blow things that are going on. Them shouting. They're not moving toward you.
No shit.
They don't seem to be too interested. It's definitely a spectator sport for them at this point. Although their ships are both pointed in the opposite direction.
I'm glad to know that they're enjoying the stream. Like, comment, subscribe.
They are, yes. They are subscribers.
Give us some bits.
So back to the dragon turtle. What's this guy going to do?
I don't know.
What he's going to do is he hisses again and attempts to bite you, Kiva. And you attack recklessly.
You got the advantage. I have a feeling. No, it's going to hurt.
Oh yeah, this is going to be a 27 to hit,
You know, I think that hits.
and that's with the bite, and so you're getting a bit of an electrical charge along with that.
Lovely.
The bite itself is 10 points, and then the electrical current that goes with it is 7. And you see this this steamy vapor that kind of extrudes from its nostrils, but it's not in any significant proportion. You haven't seen this before, but you can kind of feel the heat since you're right in front of it. And then it is attempting to come down with its claw against you. And that 18.
Yep, that's still hit.
Okay. All right.
Hulk always giving me advantage.
Oh, that's a big hit. 23 points of piercing damage. Slashing damage as it rakes its claw over you.
Oh, you hit that.
Yeah, so it hit hard.
23, so that's still,
11.
yeah.
If this keeps up, the other barbarian might actually have to take some damage.
Yeah, you've been pretty safe so far.
Some hits.
Now, what's happening with the bite and the claw from its flipper, it turns and dives into the water and begins to go down. So,
My big proc, so if it's about to go down,
oh yeah, it's going down, attempting to go out of your range. So, your sentinel?
yeah, it's proxy.
You miss?
No, 19. I hit.
19 does hit. Anybody else in range?
I am, but I can't do anything about it.
Yes, technically.
My
Is
corpse
it going to be
lists.
15 points of slashing damage.
15, wow.
As I say, you get your ass right back here, you slime son of a bitch.
So that's stops its movement. Okay.
Speed equals 0.
Right, okay, but it didn't stun it or anything. Okay, got it. And
Barbarians.
so that's it for you. And that's it for it. Then we're going back to the top of the round. Dick here. Couple things. Number one, you need to make I'll let you make the death save first.
10, which I think is a success.
It is. You're sinking.
Oh, jeez. I have 2 lungs.
I know you have 2 lungs, but you're wearing, what's your encumbrance right now? What's your weight? What are you wearing?
I'm wearing leather armor.
Yeah,
And a cold jacket.
yeah. And the fur
Yeah.
and equipment.
Okay, fair enough.
Well, but you have no ability to you have no, to keep yourself up because you're
Yeah.
just completely unconscious. You're beginning to sink.
Okay.
So at this point, Kiva, you would be the only one really to notice because the creature is between Dick here and everybody else, but you notice that he's sinking. Hal, you're up.
Ooh,
Now this thing's well, no, I guess you hit it right as it plunged, so it's just partially underwater, so has a little bit of cover.
so, how much movement is it to get up into the big boat? From right there?
You mean from one boat to the other?
No, I mean,
He's
currently in
water.
the water.
Yes.
Oh, yes, that's right. No, it's just 10 feet, so normally you'd be 5 foot, so yeah, because
So,
difficult terrain.
got it. So, 10 feet to get up. No, Hildy, I'm
Poor
sorry.
Hildy.
I'm so sorry.
She's very frail.
I'm stuck.
Careful.
Get up and reckless throwing a javelin
Okay,
at the turtle.
all right.
That's gonna miss.
Okay, all right, so another javelin. Anything else from Hal?
Yeah, no, that's all they've got right now.
Okay, Hildy.
Dash is a movement,
Correct.
but not an act. So you can dash and do
Well,
it.
no, the
Dash is-
movement and action is a dash.
Dash is an action to do your movement again.
Right.
It's basically sacrificing your action to take two
Right.
move back.
Right.
Okay. I'm going to dash to try and get
One.
up in front As I am getting up there, am I able to see Dakir sinking?
Yeah, I think he would, because he's only like 5 feet below.
Okay. And I'll aim my boat towards Dakir.
What's your perception? Your passive.
This is 30.
14.
Okay. Yeah, good enough.
This is 30. Do you want to keep going?
Well, that's all I can move. That would be my dad.
That's
Well, your dash is going to be the movement to the rowboat, and so it's a total of 40 feet.
Okay. Yeah. Then yeah, put me up towards him.
One more square. One more square.
All right, so
That's
you're
40.
close. Yeah, I mean you can see him 5 feet under the water. And so that was your movement and your action. Anything else, Hildy?
No.
All right, so Kiva, the dragon turtle was trying to dive, and you stopped it. It's literally just at the surface of the water, and you see Dakir now 5 feet below the surface, sinking. What are you going to do?
What I think I'm going to. I don't know how well this will work. What I would like to do is I would like to go underneath the centaur. I'd like to try and I basically wanted to get first person into boat.
Okay, all right.
Like underneath that centaur and then
You're a large creature.
yeah.
So, I mean, you could do it that way for flavor if you want, but essentially what you're doing is it's an uncontested grapple and a strength with your movement to grab him and put him in the boat.
Yes.
So, however you want to describe it is up to you, but essentially you just need to, what's the bear's strength?
19.
19. Yeah, I don't think you even need to roll. I think you would be strong enough. It's just a matter of your movement. I think you'd be strong enough to.
40 feet?
Yeah, I think. Yeah, I mean you're at disadvantage. I mean you're not disadvantage. You're at in difficult terrain because you're swimming. So if you've got the movement, then you've got the strength to get him up in the boat.
I would like to lift him up onto the boat and then get back in turtle striking range.
Okay. And so I don't think you ever left
Not
his
really.
range.
Not his range, but my range. I want to keep on his head.
Right, you want to stay close into him?
Yes.
Okay, gotcha. Okay. Yeah, so I don't think there's any opportunity attacks taking place there. Unless you left 5 feet away from him.
I technically did, but it was forced movement, and that doesn't.
Yeah, and you're dead anyway, so it's, no.
Hey, I don't know how petty this thing is.
It's, it doesn't know you made 2 death saves. And it's not, I mean, it's got some other concerns on its mind right now other than eating you, although that's definitely in the priority list.
Yeah.
So, okay, so you managed to get Dakir up on the boat and where Hildy is, and I think you were able to do all that without really, provoking an attack of opportunity. Plus, isn't it? Well, only its movement has stopped until now, right? Mm-hmm. Okay.
I'll spend a bonus action to expand one of my last 2 spell slots to heal.
Yourself?
Yeah, myself.
Okay.
Yeah, I can't heal you. Sorry. That's 1d8 plus. Yeah, that's I healed for 1 HP. It's very sad.
No, you can roll 1s over again on healing.
Oh, that's very nice of you.
Well, I just don't.
8 HP.
Okay. Okay.
From one extreme to the other on that one.
All right, so where this thing is, stopped from diving down, it turns and hisses at you once again, and then it bursts forward with a rush of movement, half of its body coming out of the air, and it's coming down on you and the boat, and that's what we're going to pick up next week.
No.
For the sake of posterity, since
Yes.
attacking the boat, I get an attack of opportunity because I'm just that kind of special.
No, because it's not leaving your 5-foot range. It's coming.
No, then no, it brought.
Oh, Sentinel.
I'm right in.
Yes, because it's technically attacking bow. So we'll pick up on that next week, and you'll get your attack of opportunity, or your sentinel attack. We'll start with that as it comes over. And plus, there's going to be some other things, because you're probably going to have to make another athletics check and all that, so we'll see. Because he's coming over on both of you, like, it's going to be messy. So we'll see how that goes, folks. Anyway, thank you very much, and welcome to our newest edition. Hal, did you want to say anything about yourself before we finish up today?
My name's Gus. I'm like a local theater actor person. I've been like a D&D nerd for like the past 6 years. So I'm really excited to be playing with everybody. It's really cool to play at a table with a bunch of people who are into it, and I'm excited to see where everything goes.
Awesome. Well, it's been fun. It's been fun having you. We look forward to many, many war games, assuming you all survive. So.
Well, I have full hit points. So.
That's true. You've been fortunate tonight.
Yeah, thanks, Hank.
I can't tank in the water.
Oh, yes, you can.
If I can do it, you can do
If
it.
I was a bear, I would do it.
Good night, folks. We'll see you next week.
Good night.
Bye.